be, I think it's Thursday. Is it Thursday? I think it's Thursday. It is a certain time, probably around 10 o'clock. And I am prepping to make a cottage pie for lunch because Daddy requested it, didn't he? Got to use all the veggies to have cottage pie. Yeah. And Charlie is being not very helpful. But it's okay because you're cute. Oh, itty bitty belly. This one, itty bitty belly, this one. Oh, you're so cute. Yeah. Not a lot of exciting stuff, but Charlie slept through until 5:30 this morning, and then I woke up, fed him, got him back to sleep accidentally, and then next thing I know, the dogs are up and running around, so I'm having to deal with them, and while he is nice and cuddly and happy, I am nice and tired. You want to go outside? You go chase the puppies. I have a lot on the agenda today, but nothing fun. I've been cleaning since about 7 a.m, scrubbing furniture and dusting and all the fun stuff. That noise is some potatoes. I just did some roast rosemary garlic potatoes. Because why not? Well, I've already got potatoes out for the cottage pie. I can hear our boy making noises. No, darling, Daddy's working. Go leave Daddy to get some work done. Charlie, no! Okay, he had a quick cuddle with Daddy. And now we're going to head back inside because he's not very supportive of productivity. Ooh, something I can tell you about. It's my next sewing project. Yeah, you may remember a while ago I made a nappy bag. Okay, so a while ago I made my own nappy bag using fat quarters I had lying around. I used twill as a trim, and I used that. And I got that from Charlie's sleeping bags, actually. I kept it. It was in the wrapping, and I was like, I'll use that eventually. Anyway, entirely made from things we already had. Fortunately, it was a bit scrappy. Wasn't exactly catering it for a specific need. I just thought I'd make one because I needed one. And the design has not held up to the test of time. So, this time, I've been very thoughtful in planning out a new nappy bag. Bought fabric for this one, actually bought fabric for this one. It's very cute. Insert photo of my vibe here. And I picked it up from the post office yesterday and started cutting it out last night. It is taken shape. I have used every inch of the fabric that was given to me, and I may need to get half a meter more, which is fine because it's like $3. Because I chose the cheap stuff. But also, Spotlight VIP members, highly recommend if you're crafty. So I have a vibe in mind. It is going to be a custom size, custom shape, custom pockets. I could not find someone out there who had done the design I want to do. So I made it from my noggin using things I'm not 100% sure I can do because I haven't done them before, but it will be a thing. And that's the vibe we're going for. What do you think? Do you think that noise means food? Yeah, fried or not. Anyway, that's my plan. I may get some of the quilting done today because it's also going to be a quilted nappy bag because I'm extra. The vibe, mission statement was cute cottage. I asked Tim for his recommendations regarding some of the design choices. He goes, oh yeah, if you do this, it'd be modern. I was like, I'm not going for modern, I'm going for cute. He's like, I'm not the expert in cute. And I was like, okay, let me ask your mother. So after discussions with his mother and sister, I think I have the vibe down. Anyway, that's the plan for today. Right now I'm going to deal with the fact that stuff is beeping and the child is here and there's now dogs in the picture. So we will, I guess, check in later.
Good after the morning. I don't think it's it's technically not the afternoons, but it is after the majority of the morning. So good after majority of morning to you. I'm going to sweep this. Look at this. Crazy. I am going to try and do something. See my feet? They are very soft on the bottoms. So I need to practice walking on rocks and sand and the outdoors with no shoes on to try and toughen up the bottoms of my feet a little bit more. Should be fun. And one of the first things I'm going to do is walk through to where we normally keep the timber for drying And I'm gonna go and get the big broom, because I got a big broom, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do immediately, is sweep down all that stuff I just complained about. Oh, I hate these things. This is challenge number 1 for foot training. See these? It's this plant here, but when it dries, it becomes this awful, like a bindi, but like I swear it's got venom in it or something, because it hurts so much. Oh, did I just cop one? Yeah, I just copped some. I just copped some. Look at my foot. That is a head full of them. So it's like the initial thing goes in, ow, which hurts. But then I swear it also has something else, like a, you know when you get a bee sting, ow. How the bee stings will hurt long after you take it out because the bee has injected venom into you. It's kind of the same concept with this plant, I feel like. It may not be true. I may just be sensitive. But again, that's the purpose of doing this, is I want to get stronger and become immune to plants, you know? And rocks and terrain. We'll see. We'll see. I'm sick of being, you know, a city boy. I want to be outdoor nature man. He says, squinting at the slightest bit of sunlight. So I'm going to go sweep this deck down, because I've been looking at it forever and complaining that it's not done, and going, you know what? Rather than going, oh, I'll add it to my list, I'm just going to get it done while I vlog. And that way I'm getting 2 things done. I'm doing the vlog for the day, and moving all this stuff off the deck. Fun. And getting a bit of sun. It's important to get some sun. Makes you feel better, you know? Make this whole deck look nicer when I get rid of all this stuff too. We had a dude from wherever he was, a local guy, do our roof work that we needed done. So we have a new, well, not a new gutter, he just did some work to, yeah, can you, really? He did some work to get our gutter reattached to the house. He let us know that basically whoever had put the gutter up did not do it to spec, particularly one part that has fallen. And he goes, yeah, the reason is because there's not enough brackets. So there's not enough. Normally you're supposed to have like 1 bracket every, I can't remember what he said, something 100 mil, and ours did not. And he goes, that would probably be why you're seeing the gutter coming down so much. So, what are you doing? Okay, you got a stick? She's funny. So yeah, he put a few more brackets in for us, and now the gutter is staying up, which is great. He also put a little bit of flashing in. We knew that there was a lack of flashing at one point, and so we finally got that dealt with. There was evidence of the python that I keep seeing and hearing and swearing I'm going crazy, but he couldn't see the python. He was like, look, reality is it's probably moved on. There hasn't been, there's not any like fresh droppings or anything like that. So it's probably moved on. So we'll see. Fingers crossed it's gone. I don't mind the python, to be honest. Like, as I was saying to him, it's a good thing that it's keeping the mice down, if there are any mice in the roof, you know, because the python will be feeding on those, and at least he's a python and not a you know, brown snake or a black snake or something that is venomous and can cause real trouble. The only thing to consider, because based on the evidence, he's a relatively big python. He's like, look, you got to be careful that if he gets too big, he doesn't have a go at the cats and or maybe Charlie. So that's a bit of a fun image, but I'm sure it'll be fine. He's yeah, if he comes down into the house, we've always, like, there's always somebody watching Charlie. It's not like he's going to get loose and get snatched up or whatever. So, should be fine. Should be fine. Look how much better this looks already. Sort of. Oh, I forgot that shoulder's still bad. Yeah, apart from that, there have been some overnight advancements in the AI space where Elon Musk and Anthropic have reached a deal, which means that now there's more capacity for Claude, across all plans, including my, you know, humble little pro plan, which means that when I'm building these things that I've been building, I'll get a lot further before I have to take a break, which is nice. In the life plan, we adjusted. So yesterday in Australia, the Reserve Bank put up rates again. So we've been overpaying on our mortgage on purpose, like to kind of buffer against these rises, and we haven't been hit yet. And by the numbers, our bank hasn't sort of made a change yet, but by my estimates, we officially would have been forced to start paying a little bit more on the mortgage. So being the rebellious spirit that I am, where I don't like being told to do something, I want to do it out of my own volition, we decided we're going to increase significantly mortgage repayments so that, again, we don't get told by the bank that we have to. So that should keep us safe for the next, 6 to 12 months-ish, or more. It was quite a significant job that we did, but look at that. Better, not perfect. There's some that are coming up through the cracks, which is a bit painful. We've gone down into the cracks like that. It is what it is. I've got whippersnippering to do too now that we got the part. My problem is, like, a lot of my tools are just falling apart. And I don't really have the time or the money that I want to invest in really good tools if the intention is to leave the country. Because then it's just like, spending a lot of money up front and then having to either ship stuff across, which I don't know if I'll do, or, actually the intent, I definitely won't do, because the intent is not to have a big, high maintenance property over there, but I really want to cut down on the things that I'm responsible for. So we're going to start with a smaller property. We're planning to start as well, if we can, with no car, which will be great, because if we're relatively close to town, there's always local buses that are cheap, and we get to support the locals there as well, and it saves buying and registering and paying for the fuel on a car. It'll help us to get creative, it'll help us to be more fit, hopefully, as well. If we need to run down to the shops, we will run down to the shops. It'll be nice, There's a couple of YouTubers I follow that are just showing off life in different cultures, and there's one in particular that he's a young 20-something-year-old dude, really young actually, 22 I think he is, Justin Alva, that's gone over to Ecuador, and he's showing off their culture and really sort of loving the people and loving what they do. And oh man, every time I watch his stuff I say to Angie, that's what I'd love to do, is to just go over to Vanuatu, love the culture, love the people, not try and bring me over there, but just try and become, one of the villagers. It lives, from what I've seen, we spend a lot of time over in the village Dad grew up in. It's just so much simpler, There was no social media drama, there was no, people fighting for stuff. They didn't have a lot, but they were just happy, and they had each other, which, as far as I'm concerned, means they're wealthier than we are. We don't have the same sense of community and family and camaraderie that they do, but instead we have possessions that become a source of anxiety and greed and jealousy and envy. So if we were to free ourselves from all those things and instead focus on having each other, I think society would be a much richer place overall. Much richer place overall. Anyway, again, not perfect, better. I'm going to keep going though, because it's tough to do with one hand. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Hello again. It is the afternoon. The sun's about to start setting. And Tim's about to split some wood. So we're getting some walking time in.
Hey, Mum.
Up! Immediately lost both his shoes. Seriously, what a beautiful sky. What a beautiful sky all the way around. What a beautiful husband and what a beautiful boy who refuses to put shoes on. Timmy is going to get some firewood from the... Oh, I guess I'll walk and show you. From the remnants of the tree we had fall over. He goes and just picks some up, and then he'll come and, what's the word, split it with the splitter. And Charlie will help in his own way. What's Daddy doing? Your daddy's whacking stuff. Yeah? Exceptional zoom camera. Let's go see what Daddy's doing from a slightly safe distance. Coming, buddy? You got some sticks you want to bring with you? Whack. 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 I'm sure you don't need the sound effects to understand what's happening, but I feel it helps. Hey! Oh, stand back, Tolly. That's a Captain America moment right there.
Huh?
So that's a Captain America moment right there. Is Daddy super strong?
Hey? That'll do. Let's go. Let's go.
Look at that sunset. It's going down to like 6 degrees tonight. So we're going to get the fire set up. Aren't we? Yeah. So you can be nice and toasty. So we're going to do that. And we'll see you tomorrow.